Hey guys, so I did do one graduation ceremony. Yay! I accomplished something. Woo! Um, so I've been kind of out of it, but I've realized I bring the tiny because I can't help it. I'm very little, but I don't always bring the angry. And today I'm angry. I'm very angry. I heard about this new story last night and I just couldn't believe it. But let's get into it. There was a man, Chris Pelkey, who was killed in a road rage accident. Okay. And I'll tell you something. I'm from New Jersey, right? New Yorkers say that people from New Jersey don't know how to drive. I say New Yorkers don't know how to drive. But not just that. There's a lot of in New Jersey, there are a lot of people that are just out of their minds driving. Like the people who are just weaving and doing this, people who just tail you at like 80, 90 miles per hour. It is infuriating. And I used to fight with people. After COVID, I recognized that a lot of people really didn't overcome that. There was a lot of like stalled grief. A lot of people didn't know how to deal with the lack of socialization. People became angrier, people became meaner. You have inflation, you have the continuous high rising cost of living, all these new apartments that no one can afford. Blueberries are $85 a berry. You have lack of good art, lack of good music, lack of good movies. I know we're getting little pieces here and there, but overall, it's been a lack of that. We are one of the most loneliest generations. We are addicted to technology, and a all of that, knowing all of that, has made it so I don't really fight with people, okay? Because I know that people are being pushed to the brink of emotional turmoil. And that's pretty much a lot of those things, whether it's violence, whether it's hatred, whether it's anger. A lot of that is just the inability to handle your emotional turmoil. Sometimes you need anger. Sometimes you need violence. I think if someone's gonna try to hurt someone you love, you gotta... So these things exist for a reason, but when it gets to the point where it's like your response is not appropriate for the situation, that is, there is something wrong. There is something profoundly wrong. So I don't fight with people now that I'm a little bit older. I might go do one of these, like, or I might just look at them and be like I love when we do end up at the same light, and I just like turn over and just look like, yeah, you did something. But that's it, because I know I don't need to lose my life just because someone didn't turn their turn signal on. No, thank you. But Chris Pelkey, that did happen. He was killed. He was shot in a road rage incident, and they just had the they were in court, and this is what happened, and it's insane. But it's always kind of happened where people can do victim statements, right? So if the family, it's usually done if the family is afraid that the murderer is going to get a lesser charge. They might make a video collage. They might bring in pictures of, like, my family member had all these dreams, they had children, and the murderer robbed them of their future. Sometimes does it happen where the family wants to preach forgiveness and that they forgive the person. That does happen as well. To each their own. Couldn't be me. Could not be me. No, couldn't be me. But, and this happened in Arizona. So this Chris Pelkey's sister Stacy helped create an AI generated video of Chris. And I saw the video. I don't really know if I recognize the uncanny valley because I already knew what it was. But I'm watching it and I'm like, what are we doing here? How far have we fallen? Why? It is insane. It is insane that how willing we are to help our own destruction. Okay? But in the video, Chris says, he says this, he says, I am a version of Chris Pelkey, recreated through AI, that uses my picture and my voice profile. Already weird. Already weird, already gross, already what are we doing? The man who killed him, his name is Gabriel Horcasitas. And Chris says, you see, not even Chris, the AI generated version of Chris says to Gabriel Horcasitas, the man who shot me, it is a shame we encountered each other that day in those circumstances. What? I believe in forgiveness and in God who forgives, he says. And he pretty much says, like, I forgive you. We could have been friends. This video was created by his sister, Stacy. And Stacy is a Christian, and she says, and she cops to it, I had my own thoughts and feelings about how much time I wanted the sentence to be. And then right after that, she says, she created the video saying what she believes Chris would have said. She just contradicted herself. She just said, I had my own thoughts and feelings about how much time I wanted the sentence to be. We will never know how Chris feels about being murdered. We'll never know how he feels about that guy that took away his future, that took away his life. Why are we creating videos where we're like, yeah, man, I forgive you, bro. We could have been friends, dude. You and I, for real. No. Do we then each have to make our own videos so our family doesn't speak for us and be like, bro, you are a raggedy, dusty, musty motherfucker. Mother, you took my life. Like, go eat a bag of dildos. Like, are we kidding? You'll never know. This whole thing, it made me think of The Lovely Bones. And I'll be honest with you, didn't read the book, saw clips of the movie, because I knew I wasn't gonna be able to stomach it. But I read the synopsis. I know, my friend Camille, she laughs at me. She's like, God damn it, Steph. She's like, you're not feeling what I feel. And I was like, I got the gist of the movie. I got the gist of it. Because I wasn't about to watch that. But in that movie, a young teenager is raped, murdered, and butchered. Her body is just cut into pieces. And she talks about, I think, just all of that, just having to go through all of that, and the fear, and the sadness, and just the violence of that, and your family never being able to see you again, you never being able to grow up, never being able to have children. There are some things in life that are profoundly tragic, and there is no AI video that you can make to fix it. There are things in life that are brutal, that are dark, that are bleak, that are beyond comprehensible. You can't just keep making these videos to make it seem like, but everything's okay, everything's fine and dandy. You and I, we would have been friends. You know, right now I'm decomposing in the ground, but I just want you to know, buddy, no hard feelings. We're good. We're good. I got some brewskis and a couple friendship bracelets I'm gonna make for you when you come up here to the pearly gates. Hey, okay? All right, see you later, buddy. No, what are we doing? And so that video was created by his sister, Stacy. Listen to this. So now Jason Lamb, he is the lawyer representing the murderer. He's representing Horcasitas. Normally a lawyer would be like, oh my gosh, great, this is being submitted to court, it's gonna help get my client a lesser sentence, that's my job. Listen to what the lawyer who is representing the murderer, the murderer's name is Horcasitas, the lawyer's name is Jason Lamb. Listen to what he says. Human beings have thoughts, feelings, and emotions. It doesn't matter how much we try to simulate that with AI. It's simply inauthentic. The lawyer of the murderer is like, miss me with that crap. It's weird. It's weird. Where are we as a society that the family of a murder victim has kind of gone off the rails, and the lawyer of the murderer has to come and be a better voice for the victim than the person's own family. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. If you feel that she should have been like, Stacy should have been like, I forgive him because I'm a Christian, these are my values and these are my morals. She should have never put that and pretended like this is what Chris would have wanted. That's disgusting. You don't know. You'll never know. He is killed. He cannot speak for himself. Stop. What are we doing? We're not just sitting by and watching the objects that are going to destroy us. We are gleefully, happily hopping in the car and we are fanning the flames to our own destruction. And it's stuff like this that makes me kind of lose hope. It's stuff like this that makes me think, how are we gonna get, how do we turn this around? How do we turn this around when this is where we're at? I don't have the words. Again, the lawyer for the murder victim keeps talking. It's simply inauthentic to put the words in the mouth of the likeness. It's much like Geppetto putting words in the words of Pinocchio's mouth. Those words were a stark contrast from the reality that numerous witnesses testify to, those being Chris Pelkey's last words of challenging my client to a fight violently, getting out of his car in a crowded intersection, waving his arms in the air. Okay. But yeah, they could have been bros. He was trying to fight this guy in a road rage accident. But they could have been bros. They could have been bros. Lamb continues. It's one thing to show a video or a photo where we have some indica of relatability and authenticity. But when it comes to AI, you can make a likeness that's presented, in this case to a court, to say absolutely anything you want, no matter how untethered it is to the facts and reality. So I'm guessing the lawyer was arguing that he killed him in self-defense. That his client killed him in self-defense. I still don't think a road rage accident gets to the point where someone has to die. If someone is coming at you and they're trying to swing, they're trying to fight you, stay in your car. Stay in your car, put the windows up, lock the doors, drive away. I don't think that there's any point that you gotta take a gun and you gotta kill them unless they've got a gun. You know what I'm saying? Then that's an even fight. But yeah, I didn't read all of that. I read it as I kept going. Because even look at that. Actually, I'm glad I did that because excuse me. Based on that video, I thought that he was just completely innocent and that the murderer just got upset and just reacted. And as you keep reading, you're like, oh no, Chris wanted to fight him and he was reacting violently. That, just seeing that video had already changed my perception of the events. Stuff is getting very dicey. Stuff is getting really, really, really dicey. And there's going to be all these debates. But we don't have to do that. We know AI is unethical. it is going to lead to our destruction. It already has. How many more negative outcomes do we need before we aim to do something? I don't know. I don't know. This is ridiculous. I'm going to have to make a video and just show my family, like, bro, in case anything happens to me, show this video. Don't go get some AI footage. I don't know. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts, because I'm so disgusted and angry. I can't. I don't know. I don't know.